Hello! The price of Bitcoin is $34,726. I have got a couple of Bitcoin trades open right now. This one's $53,000 in profit, and if I press on it, you can see that I've now taken $58,000 worth of profit out of this trade, giving us a net total now of above $110,000 profit on just this one trade alone. I've also opened a new trade today that I'm going to explain in today's video. In addition to the trade that we've got open on BYBIT, we also have this trade open on BITGET that is now $27,000 in a profit. This market is absolutely wild at this point. You need to be paying attention and you need to join the TMG Trades community as we all get rich together. I mean, come on guys, you want a Bentley, you've got to subscribe to the channel. Maybe you'll get one, I don't know. But yeah, if you want a Bentley, subscribe to the channel. Either way, this is the most prosperous community in the crypto world right now. We're growing at an astronomical pace, and in today's video I'm explaining to you what my own next move is in order to capitalize on these growing markets. And if you're interested in that, do join the community. Just look how fast the TMG Trades community is growing. If we click on the subscribers section here, you can see that yesterday we grew by 124 subscribers in one day. That's insane. So if you are one of those new 124 people, welcome very much to the TMG Trades community. Slap a like on today's video, and if you're not yet subscribed, be the next 124th. Do subscribe to the channel. Honestly, you won't regret it. This is the best crypto channel on the entire internet, and the sole purpose of me making these videos is to show you what I'm doing to make a profit. So if you want to know more about that, slap like, subscribe, and let's crack on with today's trades. It is ultimately what, nearly 12 o'clock at night on a Sunday again. Rest doesn't stop. I mean, there is no such thing as rest in this market. In a bull market, we're on it all the time. So let's discuss. At the start of today's video, I explained that we've taken $58,000 profit on this particular trade. Now, we've got $52,000 left to take. But the question is, are we going to be taking that profit or not? Well, for that, we need to be looking at the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is $34,661. It is tussling with this level of resistance up here. But something interesting is about to really happen, because we're going to find out pretty soon whether or not CME gaps are real. The CME gap right now, pretty big. The CME gap level is sat here at $34,115. Now, that is a pretty sizable drop from where the current price of Bitcoin is. And if we're to measure the size of that drop, that takes us down about 2.5 or 2.41%. back down to those levels. Now, that's not what we want to see, because a 2.41% drop on the price of Bitcoin ultimately will have some very expensive consequences when it comes to these trades. A 2.41% drop off in the price of this would mean that basically minus 2.4% off that overall amount of money, it'd take us back down to like 30 or maybe $25,000 worth of profit, something like $25,000 worth of profit here. But we have now taken $58,000, so it's not the worst thing in the world. You will see I have actually opened another trade. We're going to talk about this other trade in just a few moments time. It is an Ethereum position that I've got open right now. In fact, I've just realized that I've opened it on the completely wrong pair. Why have I done that? I'm going to explain in a moment again what I've done wrong here. So if you want to know more about that, keep watching, slap a like on this video. Let's try and get, I don't know, 1 billion likes. No, let's try and just get 1 like per person that watches the video. Will be amazing. So if everybody that watched it press like, do that, and we'll see how many likes we can get. This channel is growing like crazy, and I thank you all so much. Like, honestly, it means so much to me that this channel is growing at the size, the pace and the size that it is doing. Anyway, back to the price of Bitcoin. What can we expect and what is going on right now? Well, looking at this, we have two different scenarios. Either we drop down and we close that CME gap back down here at about $34,100. That would, it's a 50-50 one, to be honest, because it might happen, it might not happen. We might spend the next week just pennanting outwards. However, I'm looking at this level here in a very tempting manner. And one of the reasons why I took profit on this trade is because we could potentially be peaking right now. So I've taken an extra $10,000 worth of profit out of this trade. However, I then re-added some of that profit that I took back to the margin of this trade, re-increasing the size of it to $1.36 million, with my average entry price now being $33,433. The other trade that I've not molested at all is this one here, with the entry position from $30,322. However, that one is a perfectly safe trade. The question is it the right time to be increasing the size of the positioning, or should we be backing off a little bit in anticipation of that CME gap coming down, closing in the morning tomorrow morning, and then we go up again? Well, it's all going to get pretty interesting, isn't it? If we go over to the 4-hour chart, things are looking pretty rosy on the 4-hour. It does look like we are due another break to the upside come next week. If we go over to the daily chart, again, things are looking very rosy, with that $37,000 level here looking very, very attractive. That $37,000 level up here is the target level, the target take profit level for my current open trades. Now, we've also got to discuss one of the things that I think is finally going to have some effect tomorrow, which is that Blackrock, having agreed to pay a £2.5 million fine to settle the SEC charges, that basically means at this point in time, BlackRock can launch the Bitcoin ETF. They couldn't do it while those outstanding charges hadn't been settled or paid or whatever. Those charges have now been sorted out. That means BlackRock are now clear to launch this ETF. We could see first thing Monday morning from America, Bitcoin's ETF launches on NASDAQ. That could happen. It's pretty realistic, to be honest. It's going to happen at some point in the next 90 days. The question is, at which point in the next 90 days are we going to get this Bitcoin ETF, and by how much is Bitcoin's price going to increase? Now, it's highly likely that Bitcoin's price, upon ETF approval, bounces by $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in just one day. And then the preceding days after that, it probably grow up $5,000 to $10,000 per day until it reaches a peak of $70,000. And at $70,000, people will think it's going to go down, but it'll just keep going up. Why will it keep going up? Because Bitcoin adoption will be skyrocketing at that point in time because of the institutional demand on Bitcoin, and then the advertising of that Bitcoin back to retail customers, pushing the price higher. That's what's going to happen when all of this finally kicks off, and I can't wait for it to kick off. And so you need to be subscribed to the channel anyway. $34,612 is the price of Bitcoin. Let's check in on today's cryptocurrency news, with Australian authorities raiding a crypto exchange used to launder roughly $230 million in illicit funds. Again, proving that anybody that commits crime in crypto gets caught, because everything in crypto is traceable, it's trackable. You can't hide it. Everybody seems to think, or rather, idiots seem to think, that you can't, that everything in crypto is a secret and nobody can trace anything. This is completely the opposite. It's a distributed ledger technology, DLT. Everybody can see everything. That's the whole point of it. So, yeah, it's always funny that they try and ban it because it's always dodgy, it's scary. No. The whole reason they can do stuff like this, and the whole reason it's better than cash, is because if somebody hadn't been laundering cash, you'd have no idea. When they're laundering illicit funds through a crypto exchange, you absolutely have an idea. The other thing would be, if you aren't a user of CryptoSavingExpert.com, go to it right now. You'll find a link for it in today's video description, and learn to improve your trading. It's completely free to join it. You can join it, sign up for it in today's link into the video description. All of these different things are how to trade on the most accurate way. So yeah, check it out. And also, if you're interested, join CSE Plus while you are on the website. It's got a whole Discord community full of absolute legends. Now, coming back to it, we need to talk about my other trade. Now, if I show you that other trade, I'm going to open up BYBIT here and show you what we've got. So we've got $47,000 profit currently on Bitcoin, or $48,000 profit on Bitcoin, and a $1,100 loss here on the trade that I've just opened. What mistake did I make? Sorry. Well, first of all, I've opened the Ethereum USDT pair, which is not what I intended to do. I actually intended to open this pairing here by going on BYBIT here and going on to inverse pairings and then clicking on Ethereum, because I actually bought some Ethereum today, transferred it over to my account, and I want to open a position on Ethereum, a long position on Ethereum. And I was wondering, to be honest, I was a bit suspicious. And the reason I was suspicious is because when we click on here, and I was scrolling up and going, Jesus, why is it allowing me to buy $2.5 million worth of Ethereum? I don't have that much money in my account for Ethereum. I shouldn't be able to buy $2.5 million worth of it. And then I realized, oh, it's because it's on the derivatives account, and now
is using USDT, of which there is a fair bit in this account. So yeah, that's why all that's happening. But basically, yes, I've gone long on Ethereum. I'm going to adjust this trade. I'm going to shut down this USDT pairing on it. I didn't mean for that to happen, and I will just resize it over on the Ethereum pair. Because again, when you are trading Ethereum versus USD, or you're trading Bitcoin versus USD, and you deposit onto these platforms like BitGet and like BYBIT, if you're depositing onto these platforms, make sure that when you deposit Bitcoin. You want to make sure you're depositing Bitcoin or the underlying asset. You want to make sure that you're doing that, because if you're depositing USDT, right, in a bull run, this is the worst decision that you can possibly make. If you're depositing and trading in USDT in a bull run and the underlying asset is increasing in price and you're taking profits in that asset, it means you're getting double gains. In a bear market, it means you're getting double losses. But in a bull market, how did I make so much money in the last bull market? It was from trading the Bitcoin USD pair. When I was trading Bitcoin USD and I was making 2, 3, 4 Bitcoins worth of profit and I was leaving it in Bitcoin, and those Bitcoins, when I was getting them, were worth $3,000. And then, so that, say I made 2 Bitcoins profit, that's $6,000. But then I keep trading those Bitcoins. Throughout the course of the bull run, those Bitcoins peaked at a value of $70,000 each. And I didn't even have to trade to make money off that. I made $140,000 in this particular scenario by making 2 Bitcoins when they were $6,000 and just holding them. So that's why when you are trading, you need to make sure you're trading the underlying asset and not the USDT pair of that underlying asset, which is why I personally am switching over now. I'm going to take this account and I'll show you in tomorrow's video. I'm going to take this account here and I'm going to convert the entire stack here, $119,000 between Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can see I've already converted 4.11 Ethereum over from USDT, but I'm going to convert another $119,000 into these trades here. So check, well, you should be doing this, but if you are interested in trading, don't forget, check out BYBIT and BitGet in today's video description. If you use the links for those things, you get some nice bonuses as well. BitGet is the exchange that I'll be using if I'm in the UK. If you're a UK user of any crypto exchanges right now, you'll know that you got locked out of BYBIT. If you got locked out of BYBIT, switch over to BitGet. It's the exact same thing. You've got a mobile app, everything like that. And if you use the link in today's video description, not only does it support the channel, but it also gives you a bonus. It gives you $15 for free for literally just in your account when you sign up and make an account, but it also gives you up to $8,000 worth of deposit bonuses as well, and it gives you entry into my future trading competition that's coming very, very soon on the BitGet platform. On BYBIT, if you're outside of the UK, use BYBIT because it is the best trading platform outside of the UK, bar none. It is a really good trading platform. It's just you can't use it in England anymore. Anyway, yeah, you'll find links for both of them in today's video description. Back to today's video though, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. It's the reason why I've gone long on Ethereum. If you look at this right now, you can see that we are fairly well bottomed out. I mean, from my perspective, it is unlikely that we proceed much lower, but if we are going to proceed lower, we're going to drop all the way down to this level. So it's a bit of a 50-50 punt here from my perspective. Look, if Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum is going to break out of this trading range here. You can see we've got a bull flag that has formed at this range, and it looks likely to me that next week we're going to break to the upside of this, which would give us a target here of $2,100. If we're to zoom in on the Ethereum chart and drop down to the hourly chart and look at how far away is this purple line right now, well, we can't see it on the 1 hour chart, so let's go over to the daily chart and we can probably see it on there. And it's not a purple line actually that we're breaking, it is the white line. So the white line that we currently need to break through is currently sat at the level of $1,839. I think that we can get up to that $1,839 in pretty quick time, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me to see us up there as soon as tomorrow, to be honest. Bitcoin and Ethereum have been looking pretty pumpy. Look, if Bitcoin breaks to the upside tomorrow, Ethereum's going to break to the upside as well. But just got to be, the only thing to be wary about right now is that CME gap. Look, if that CME gap comes through and it drops, it's going to be a pretty rough Monday. And then throughout the course of the week, things are going to get better. But if I was to guess how things are going to go, I think pumpy Monday and then probably dumpy Tuesday and then pumpy Wednesday. Because that's what we had last week. It's probably what we're going to end up with this week. But yeah, on that note, guys, what do you think is going to happen to the markets? I am bullish. That's why I'm so long on the markets right now. But what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section. Nobody ever leaves comments on videos these days. But leave a comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to the hundreds of new people that just keep subscribing to the TMG Trades channel. Means a lot to me. It's great to be in this industry. And look, if you want a Bentley, you've got to take some risks. I didn't get to where I am by being what's the best way of saying it without saying a naughty word? By being a ninny, I made the best decisions possible at some pretty clever times. And I think anybody is capable of doing that. You've just got to trust your own intuition. So if your intuition says opposite from mine, trust yourself. Don't trust me. And on that note, have a great day, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.